All right, we're back with Ask the Vet, Dr. Kelley Gebhardt with Happy Tales Veterinary. All right, so this person says, what would be the limit of time to crate a dog per day?
That's a good question. Typically, it's 1 hour per month they are old. So, say 1 month dog, 1 hour, right? 4 month dog, 4 hours. A 6 month dog, 6 hours. Anything longer than 8 hours is a little asking them a little bit too much. Sometimes we have to squeak it out to 10, but with our work days. But typically, if you think 1 hour per month they are old, up to a reasonable amount, like 8 hours per work day, that's kind of a good baseline.
Okay. This
Yeah, and
person's, go ahead.
that's typically that's typically how long they can hold their pee, right? So like a 4 month old puppy could probably hold it for about 4 hours.
Gotcha. All right. This person says, my dog eats most of her food in big bites. Why does she eat like that? And she almost gets choked.
Yeah, could be behavioral, and if she's had some previous food deficits in her past, and the best recommendation for that would be to do a slow feeder that forces her to eat more slowly, smaller pieces in a little doggy maze that could help slow that down and decrease the risk of complications or choke or nasopharyngeal foreign bodies.
All right, and if you've never heard of a slow feeder, it's kind of like a dog bowl, but it's got like a maze on the inside, and they have to like find their way around to eat all the little stuff, and it definitely helps for sure. My dog was a fast eater. All right, this
Yeah.
person says, what can you do when you have an elderly dog that has lost almost all of their teeth? What do you give them food-wise?
Soft food is always a good start, or you can even take hard kibble and soak it. A lot of dogs, though, they don't actually even chew their kibble. They'll just like suck down whole pieces, right? So you could choose a small kibble food, soak hard kibble, or choose a soft food. And you would be amazed how many cats and dogs do well getting complete nutrition without having any teeth at all.
Okay, this person says, my groomer thinks my 14-year-old dog has dementia and refuses to groom her anymore. What are my options for grooming? Do I have to go to a veterinarian, or would they sedate her to do that?
Oh goodness, that's a hard question because I don't really know what part of it is making the grooming difficult. If it is a behavioral issue, then grooming through a veterinarian may be your best option because at 14, is her heart okay? Is her kidney okay? If those are okay, what kind of medications are good to decrease anxiety during the groom? Because keeping them groomed is part of keeping them overall healthy. So working with your vet and figuring out how to make that happen is definitely the best idea.
Okay. This person says, why does my cat like to bite me?
Cats like to do that when they play. Maybe it's a dominance thing. Maybe he's bored. Maybe he is feeling just aggression. Hard to say.
Can you make them stop biting you?
I would just take away the attention, make sure that they have proper stimulation at home, all the kitty toys and the open windows and even kitties watching iPad. It's so funny. We had a kitten at work this weekend that was there for a long time because she got into some lilies, which are toxic to kidneys. And so she had to stay in hospital all weekend on IV fluids. And she was just so rambunctious. And we actually put a cell phone in the cage with her so she could watch kitty TV. And it calmed her right down. It was the best thing. It was adorable.
Okay.
So they're properly stimulated and tired, and if they do bite, just take away the attention and they're going to realize like, oh, well, that's not what I wanted.
Okay. This person says, why should you not feed your pet table food?
um, it can cause pancreatitis, inflammation of the pancreas. That's the organ that produces insulin and digestive enzymes for the body. It can cause vomiting and diarrhea from intestinal upset. It can also cause weight gain. A little bit of table food of healthy proportions and types, like low fat, veggies, without a whole lot of seasoning, and a proper quantity for the size of your pet is totally fine. But if you're going for, the gravy and biscuits and, sausage gravy or lots of cheese, that's going to end up causing more problems than benefits.
All right. No bacon from the bacon and eggs, but you can throw a carrot their way here and there.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. This person says, how do I stop my dog from pulling hard on her leash?
I have the same problem, and it takes a lot of patience, practice, and training. Talking with the doggy trainer to figure out exactly what works for your pet to help them not pull and walk appropriately on the leash. It's all about training yourself and your pet to have that appropriate leash walking manners, right?
Mm-hmm.
But guilty, my dog pulls, and I'm working on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. This person says, does your clinic treat pet goats?
No, we don't do goats or large animals. The most farm animal thing our clinic has treated has been we've seen some chickens and some little tiny pigs. You
Oh,
know?
guinea pigs, okay. All right, yeah, because
Potbelly.
someone also asked, what should I do about gophers and stuff like that? That's not in your realm of stuff.
Yeah, like groundhogs, no, not so much. I would call animal control or pest control to figure that one out.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much and letting us know what we should do with the whole snake thing and baby birds and all of that. If you missed any of this, you can find this information in the Two Wants to Know section.